Water. It's one of the most basic needs to sustain life. We use it not only for drinking, but for cooking, cleaning, bathing, and even recreation. In the southeastern region of the United States, rainfall is typically heavy, especially during the spring and summer months. It provides a constant source of fresh water for humans and the vegetation that surrounds us. But what would happen if that steady supply of rain was suddenly cut off?
What is being called an exceptional drought. So there are a certain number of counties in the northern part of the state that are being classified as exceptional drought counties, which is the worst category on the drought meter that the climatologists use to categorize drought counties.
The city of Athens is experiencing a drought that is affecting hundreds of other cities in the southeast. Experts are calling the drought one of the worst of the century. Lack of rainfall, combined with the extremely high temperatures, has resulted in a very dry summer. Rainy days, such as this one, have been far too rare. The drought has brought about strict water bans that have affected the life of every citizen. All outdoor water use, including irrigation and fountain operation, have been officially banned through the foreseeable future. Many businesses have been forced to limit water consumption in everyday operation. Officials have urged businesses and citizens to cut water use by 20%. The lack of irrigation has taken a serious toll on plant life. The once green landscapes have been reduced to dust.
There are two sources of water. One is the Coney River and one is the reservoir. And the reservoir was built for a 90-day supply in the event of a drought. And we share that reservoir with 3 other counties.
The Bear Creek Reservoir has been steadily declining over the past months. It is now more than 12 feet below the average level. If there continues to be a lack of rainfall that is needed to recharge the supply, the county will be forced to take extreme measures. While we cannot control the weather and rainfall, we can alter our wasteful habits. We must, as citizens, take steps to lessen the severity of future droughts. In-home water consumption can be reduced by using more efficient toilets, dishwashers, and washing machines. Long showers and other wasteful habits should no longer be the norm in our households. The age-old method of rain harvesting is another practical solution that can be used in conjunction with these water-saving practices.
We've been encouraging people to put rain barrels and attach those to their gutters at their house so that when it does rain they can capture some of that water and then use it to water their plants and vegetables. So that is something that we would continue to encourage people to do, is to either put in a rain barrel, put in some kind of an above ground or below ground cistern so that you can hold water as a long-term method of having water available for your own house.
Here at the University of Georgia, campus architects have been implementing new and innovative technology for conserving water.
Inside buildings, we've been using low-flow fixtures for several years now. We use sort of the Georgia plumbing code as a minimum standard. That's the code that governs construction on campus now, or in general in the state of Georgia. That's always been sort of a minimum standard. We try to sort of do more conservation than what was mandated. Outside buildings prior to the drought, we've really had a sort of a renewed focus on stormwater management over the last 10 years, I'd say. Water it's the same entity, whether it's stormwater or drinking water. It's all part of the hydrologic cycle. So proper management of stormwater is a water conserving practice. We had 2 cisterns on campus that were installed prior to the latest drought that we're enduring now. Those systems, one was at the Coverdell Center, Paul D. Coverdell Center for Biomedical Research. That system is pretty cool. It catches water from rainwater that falls on the rooftop. It also catches water that would be, groundwater that was wanting to come in the basement, essentially. So there's a sump pump pumping groundwater into this tank so that the basement won't flood. And also, another big source of water a lot of people don't know about is condensate water. It's water produced by the mechanical cooling systems in buildings. So the Coverdell building also harvests the condensate water. All of that water goes to a large tank underground. That water is reused for toilet flushing in the building. Also, it's being pumped to the mechanical system that created that condensate water and sort of closing that loop and used in the cooling tower.
The Memorial Garden, located behind the Student Learning Center, was the first design on campus to utilize rainwater harvesting. Rain is collected off the neighboring ROTC building and then piped to underground cisterns. There are 3 1,700-gallon tanks that comprise the 5,100-gallon system. The rainwater is then pumped back above ground to irrigate the landscape. The system features a below-surface drip line that maximizes water efficiency for irrigating the lawn. The area is widely used by students, but few realize the water-saving technology that lies just below their feet.
I would say that the drought conditions has changed how we design, in that while we've always had an interest and a desire to conserve water and to do as sort of ecologically minded design as possible, now we're sort of mandated to. Now it's sort of reached this critical condition where we must conserve water.
I think what we have to realize is that it's there for us to use, but we also, as citizens of a community who want that community to be able to grow and to be able to sustain itself in an appropriate manner, that we all have to begin to think more long-term about how we conserve that resource.
Though we are emerging from the driest portion of the year, the deficit that we face will likely lead to shortages into the next. Climatologists have warned that the following summer could be just as dry as the last. Knowing this, we should conserve the water that we have and take advantage of the future rain through collection methods. Simply changing our wasteful habits and applying rainwater harvesting to everyday life will help prevent these serious water shortages now and in the future. While changing our lifestyles and culture will be difficult at first, the benefits will far outweigh our efforts on the road towards sustainability.